Where? Ep- Epic sponsor members. Can I just say, these are the best fucking granola bars on the face of the planet. The Sunbelt Bakery fudge dip coconut granola bars are the best damn granola bars on the face of the planet. I will not be entertaining questions. You know what? If they want to send me boxes upon crates upon tables of granola bars, I would welcome them.
They are really tasty. They are unfortunately tasty. I eat too much of them, which is why I never buy them.
They were on they're just really fucking good granola bars. Um,
Candy. They're
Yeah,
like
they're very
candy.
sweet. They're very
yes, they're
sweet.
very sweet. They're really good. I
It's
have to be
probably really good for your diabetes.
it
Really
is
good.
absolutely amazing for my diabetes, and again, I will not be taking questions.
I call fucking bullshit on that.
That's why I'm drinking the water.
Because that's going to make up for the sugar
It
entering your
cancels it out.
system.
It cancels
Uh-huh.
it out. Just let me live in
Uh-huh.
my dream world. Shut up.
No, I care about your well being.
You got a couple screws loose, huh?
I
I
mean,
mean,
like,
yes,
you'd have to
but
see it in order to call it a name.
it was. Yes, it is. It's about 3 days old.
Look at me breaking the trend.
I mean, I was thinking more of them, you know, walking around town, gently squirting small dabs of hand sanitizer into people's hands, but we can go with piss-filled super soakers. Oh god, full not just hand lotion, hand sanitizer. So you get that nice alcohol burn in your eyes. Your god cannot save you now. Sorry. What the fuck, HDCP? What the
How about
fuck?
now? You know what was hilarious for that whole intro there is that my microphone was off. I just noticed it in OBS. Thank God I was looking for shit. So the first 4 minutes of this are just basically you guys talking and nothing.
So wait, so you mean it's my entire workday?
Oh, that makes me sad.
It shouldn't.
What do we talk about now? All right, stupid penis, granola bars, sweet and savory. No, we're good.
Wada.
Wada, yeah, use
Wada.
Wada. Wada in the Hudson, in the Charles. Yeah, there's not a lot of diverse news to talk about this week, but yeah, everybody saw what Omega posted yesterday, which is the open letter from Steve. So Warframe had TennoCon recently, which we'll also talk about TennoCon. But one of the announcements was that Steve will be stepping down as creative director of Warframe, and he will be starting a new department under Digital Extremes to develop a new game called Soulframe.
So
Thoughts. So yeah, this is where we're going to start off tonight.
We're not going to be able to blame Steve when the game sucks anymore.
Nope, now
we
it's
still will.
Reb's fault.
It's all Red's fault now.
Whenever something bad happens, like when I stubbed my toe, I blame it on Obama still. So it's going to be one of those situations where he's gone. He's definitely gone. But yeah, I'm still going to blame Steve. Just for nothing else but the meme. Yeah, Reb is stepping up as the creative director, so she will be assuming Steve's job, and she'll be carrying forward the creative direction of Warframe for untold years to come. But this was kind of a big announcement. Steve has been on the Warframe project since 2013, so it is coming up, or before that, it was in development in 2012, so yeah, it's been 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, good for him. I think get some new people in charge of Warframe can't be a bad thing. And yeah, good for Steve for taking the chance to get some new ideas out there. And who knows? Hopefully that game's going to kick ass because Steve learned a lot making Warframe, and maybe he can use that to his advantage.
Maybe he can take all of his great ideas and instead of or stuff he sees in other games, instead of putting them into Warframe, puts them into something new.
He'll take old shit and put it in new shit.
That's initially, right off the bat, people have taken note that Steve has, however the fuck you want to say it, he's paid homage to other games by incorporating their mechanics into Warframe, or he's flat out ripped off other games by putting their mechanics into Warframe. Whatever stance that you want to take, I don't care. Both are equally valid. He announced the name of the title, which is Soulframe, and people immediately compared it to Dark Souls, which wasn't helped by the detail that Soulframe got into, the initial game concepts, which seem a lot like Dark Souls. So there's that. I do have, if anyone would like some details on what Soulframe is supposed to be, I do have that pulled up.
I mean, I'm interested.
Yeah, I just got the loose understanding that it's going to be a fantasy game, but don't really know anything more than that.
Okay, I really don't need that video playing. Soulframe is the next game to be Warframe from Warframe's Digital Extremes, and it's inspired by Princess Mononoke. Alright, so, has anyone besides Masami seen Princess Mononoke?
Yep.
There we go, okay.
Oddly enough, I have not.
It's one of Hayao Miyazaki's first movies. You know him from Spirited Away.
That's the Studio Ghibli or something,
yep,
whatever it is?
Yep, Studio Ghibli. I have no idea how it's correctly pronounced.
I'm from the South.
I'm I'm an American. It says Ghibli. I say Ghibli.
I'm sure it's actually Ghibli.
Studio pork giblets. Chicken giblets. Wait, do pigs have giblets?
No. Giblets are inside birds.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Awful.
So Soulframe is being described as the mirror universe version of Warframe, which I don't think is quite accurate based on what this sort of gets into. Steve outlined, just to recap what Princess Mononoke is about, it's about a princess who has voluntarily gone into exile into the woods, and she's trying to fight to let nature reclaim, basically, what it has lost during the industrialization of her fellow human beings. So she's literally fighting the machine. And she doesn't like people anymore because people are destructive and they are cutting down forests and infecting animals with evil, and it's a real world message tied in with a lot of mysticism. It's a great movie. Go check it out. It's not a lot of fun, but it is a lot of original.
Japanese Ferngully.
I could borrow that from my sister.
You know, yeah, Japanese Ferngully is fine. Yeah, go for it. Fucking watch the movie. It's great. But in the same vein, Steve has said that this game will play with similar themes where the world, I'm going to find the quote here, the world itself is, quote, a little angry about what's being done to it, and the grounds underneath tend to shift throughout the day, said creative director Jeff Crooks. So there's going to be proceduralism within the cave networks and crevasses and so on underneath the new world. So that's... Nature is aware of what humanity is doing. Nature is fighting back, and it's going to be this dichotomy between the machine and the natural, the artificial and the natural. And that's basically the foundation, I guess, of this fantasy concept. They admit that the game is very much in early development, but they want it to... They want to establish this basic theme, and they want to also make it clear that this is going to be a really bizarre... actually, I think the quote is, a suitably strange take on fantasy, and it will differ from Warframe's flesh mech-powered spin on the sci-fi genre. So, the other thing that I picked up on this, so that's the theme of the game. It's the natural fighting the unnatural, or the natural fighting the artificial. And the other thing that I picked up is this quote, which, is from Steve. Where Warframe is focused on shooting, this one's focused on melee. This kind of shows how out of touch Steve is. But continuing on, where Warframe is super fast and crazy high speed, this one's going to be a lot more slow and heavy. But it still has a lot of similarities to the genre that we have experience in.
Slow and heavy does not sound good.
No, it does not. It's important in the conversation to bring up right now that one of the reasons that Warframe is so popular, and it has remained so popular for so long, is that it has an innovative movement system, which was stumbled upon by accident and then made as a permanent feature in the game. The reason that I still love it so much, beyond the fact that it is a power fantasy, which I fully acknowledge that it is that you can move very fast. You can basically move as fast as your hands and your mind can process the information. So,
which is why I get migraines.
yeah, which can be a serious fucking problem with some people who, if you have vertigo, for example, is a real fucking problem. But the movement system in Warframe is one of its selling points, and so now we're talking about. Basically, I think Steve even goes on to say that he doesn't like it being compared to Dark Souls or Elden Ring, but he thinks that Elden Ring was... Yeah, okay, here's his quote. Elden Ring has absolutely been a subject of some conversation, maybe to do with camera, maybe to do with how excellent their combat pacing is. And you know, screw those guys, because damn, Elden Ring was absolutely fantastic. So he doesn't like it being compared to Dark Souls or Elden Ring, but he acknowledges, yeah, Elden Ring is obviously had a very popular reception. It's obviously considered a good game in the community. I haven't played it personally. But yeah, the combat system is more in tune with a Dark Souls / Elden Ring game than it is with a Warframe game. So yeah, this is what the game is shaping up to me. To me, it just seems like some sort of cross between Dark Souls / Elden Ring / New World. Because the other thing about this game, the third thing I picked up, is that this is an open world MMO.
He wants this game to fail quickly, doesn't he?
It is going to be a persistent game. The server is always online, and everybody's always connecting to this world and running around together. With an emphasis on co-op and, co-op PvE. So, hopefully they're not going to fuck this up and put a PvP system into here that's overly prevalent. Although, if they want to make money, that's definitely how to do it. So he wants to focus on co-op PvE. But this will be a persistent world MMO.
Interesting. Well, I'll be paying attention to its development, but I will reserve judgment.
I'm also, there's obviously not a lot of information coming out, and this is very early in development. Who knows what is going to take place and what's going to change between now and when a closed beta or even an alpha shows up.
Yeah, exactly. It's impossible to know what the game's going to end up being, what it's going to look like one day. But, we'll keep our eye out for it for sure.
Cautious optimism.
Guarded curiosity.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a good way to put it. Masami and Zero have the most, I believe you two have the most experience with MMOs here. So, yeah. How would you make Elden Ring into an MMO?
I wouldn't.
Mhm.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't.
Short, concise, accurate.
Well, here's the thing. You're breaking into the MMO market. You've got 2 major players in the MMO market currently. WoW, naturally. And the other is, sad to say this, Destiny.
Don't forget Final Fantasy 14.
I was trying to forget Final Fantasy 14, but
that is a more popular one. And
Final
It's
Fantasy
Lost Ark.
surprisingly popular.
And
Yeah,
Lost
it
Ark
is.
is also still picking up in North America.
Is
I
it,
know.
though? No,
It is. No, it is, because every time New World puts out an update, I go and I check the Steam numbers on New World. Down 15,000 players global, by the way. And then I check Lost Ark, and I think Lost Ark is somewhere up around like 50 or 60K.
I still don't consider that an MMO. Yes, you can play with a ton of people, but I don't consider that an MMO. But that's just me. That's me being an elitist asshole.
Excuse me. There were 170,000 people playing Lost Ark on Steam 19 minutes ago. The 24-hour peak today has been 200,000. And in the last 30 days, average players have been 220,000 and peak players have been 360,000. So it's significantly higher than I just said. Anyway, please continue. MMO.
Good for them. Good for them. But
money grubbing schnobs.
Right. But Blizzard, and I hate to bring this up. No, I don't. What am I saying? The alpha just dropped for Dragonflight, and based off of everybody who has been playing it and what I have watched and everybody who has had access, in fact, one of the people who I'm good friends with got alpha access and has been streaming it in our Gilded server that I'm on there with him, and it is, to say that Blizzard is finally doing something right with WoW is an understatement. Everybody loves the new features. The only thing that people have not had a chance to mess with yet is the crafting system. Everything else, character customization, the Drakthir, the Evoker class, everybody has loved. And they have said that the new mount system, dragon riding, they are saying that it could potentially save WoW. Just the mount system overhaul could save WoW in its entirety, is what fans of the game are saying, or people who have alpha access and such are saying. Now, am I holding my breath that it's going to be that good and that one system is going to save a franchise that has been around for 20 plus years? No, I am not holding my breath.
So, take it back to Soulframe, or the concept for Soulframe. It's close. So, so how would you implement? Does Elden Ring even need a mount system? Someone who's played Elden Ring or has seen her husband play Elden Ring. Never mind. Masami. She's getting a drink of water. I didn't hear the ice bucket get. Never mind.
My
does
wasn't
Elden
even
Ring
open?
Seriously?
Yeah, no, that wasn't me.
Rough. Okay.
I'm on push to talk, man. Be happy.
I am thrilled, but now
may have actually been my wife.
Okay. All right.
Yep. No, I think that was my wife because I heard it too.
Another perfectly valid excuse was that, no, Niggle, you're going insane.
Well, I mean, can you go somewhere that you already are?
No, but you
That
can
was
get
gonna be
deeper
my
into
point.
it.
There you go. Attaboy.
Well, if your eyes are already brown, you know how deep you are.
Actually,
My
my
eyes are
arm,
brown and my hair is brown.
No, my arm is
I'm
stained brown up to my elbow.
Oh. You were messing with the cows again, weren't you?
It's an elbow deep joke.
Because he ain't no bitch.
Oh, man. Yeah, so Masami, does Elden Ring need a mount system, or does it have a mount system? Can you ride around on horses?
I don't believe it does. I think most of it is run around. It is walked or traversed by walking, rather.
Great. Just like New World.
I thought
Whatever,
New
I'm
World
sure
had
it's
a
better.
small mount system.
No mounts at all. You walk places, you run places, or you can spend as off to fast travel places. It's a dumb system. It's just one of many reasons why I don't play that game anymore. Let's see. So anyway, yeah, so that's that. We'll just cap it there because there's a limited amount of information on Soulframe. I just think that it's unusual for DE. Warframe is not an MMO. It's verging on that because you have public spaces like relays where a lot of people can go and hang out and do stuff together. Do stuff, I mean, like emote at each other. That's pretty much it. And mission types are, you can set your game to open and you can go into mission types and you can recruit random people and you can do missions that way, but it is not an MMO in the way that you are running around a mission and you see a whole bunch of other people running around a mission as well. There are no dungeons in Warframe. There are instances. So yeah, that's Soulframe is different in that aspect, in that it claims that it will be an open world MMO. But yeah, those are my three big takeaways from it. The theme of the game, a la Princess Mononoke, the open world MMO nature, and the focus on slower paced combat and movement, slower and heavier. So I'll be curious to see what sets this game apart from currently available MMOs, aside from the fact that it's being headed by Steve from DE. Steve also took, I think, Scott with him, lead coder, and he took Jeff with him.
Yep.
To start up this new department.
Hey, one thing that's pretty cool for Warframe that, a lot of longtime Warframe fans will be happy with is that Pablo is the new lead designer.
Yes.
Because Pablo made some of the best Warframes and some of the best Warframe revamps and updates that the game has, had to enjoy. Like, he was responsible for Nidus. That's the one I know for was the big one that was really well received. But he's done spearheaded a lot of reworks as well. So that's pretty cool that he's going to be the head designer now.
I will say, in terms of people stepping up in the Warframe department, I have never seen Steve play Warframe, but at least weekly I see Reb and Megan playing around, even if it's just for a dev stream. So it might be encouraging to think that we now have a creative director who plays the game, or it could just completely backfire. My idea could completely backfire because now that Reb is creative director, she has no reason to be doing live streams anymore unless she really wants to. So she doesn't have to play the game. She doesn't have to continue on playing the game, and it might turn into a Steve situation in a couple of years. So again, there are lots of directions to see where this heads. A lot of different directions for this to go.
I'll be curious to see if Reb maintains her role as the face of the game to the community.
I don't think that she's staying on as community manager. She might remain the unofficial face, but I think that position is going to someone else.
I'm not saying she maintains the job of community manager, but is she going to be on the live streams? Is she going to be talking to people? Is she going to still be like, the known
space mom?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
So
no, that will be interesting.
That's one thing I'm curious to see, because her face, is a trusted one among the community, and I think a lot of people would be sad if we don't get to see her much anymore.
Yeah.
And it's not like we didn't see Steve fairly regularly.
Every single dev stream, yeah, Steve was there. But you're talking about, once a month, once every 2 months, as compared to every week. I get it.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
But, it's not the worst thing, even if she doesn't keep doing all that stuff, because, hey, new chance for new people to take over that role is not a bad thing.
Step up and bring new ideas, and hopefully improve some of the core gameplay mechanics that we still have gripes with. We, loosely saying we, the community, because I have declined, or I've my average Warframe playing time has declined sharply over the past couple months.
Oh, I don't play at all anymore.
Yep.
I literally don't play at all.
Now, I will say this. I did see the new frame that they're bringing out, and I am very interested. I am very interested with the that Roman gladiator style of fighter.
Yep.
Forget what it's named.
It's in here somewhere.
The 50th Warframe. Steinx. Styanax.
Oh yeah.
He got anime treatment.
He literally got anime treatment. The fucking picture of him on the wiki is a cartoon drawing. So yes, embody the valiant pride of ancient champions past, brandishing shield and spear, zealously honed by ageless strife. Relive the legendary mythos of Steinx, the indomitable guardian. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what we need is more Warframes, but whatever, we'll see what the gimmick for this one is. Actually, wait a minute, where can we get to? Let's just look at abilities. Embrace. Ghostly hands pull enemies into a flailing mass. It sounds a lot like Nidus. Who knows, though?
I mean, they're out of ideas for Warframes. Everything's going to be, like, I don't know. That's one of my problems with the game at this point, is that the Warframes themselves are getting absurd.
I'm sorry, I think the abilities here are actually bugged. These appear to be Sevagoth's powers, not Steinx's powers. So the wiki has yet to update this shit. So never mind. Never mind any of that. We could move on to... Yeah, so Steinx was announced at TennoCon. TennoCon was this week. And there's a 2022 recap that I just pulled up. Let's see. There's one thing in here that's just right up and front. It's a new game mode called Veilbreaker, and it brings back, let's see, what was his name? Call 175, the Grenier that everybody loved from New War. He's back, and you can play him again as he fights through, let's see, I'm just going to read this. Having survived his brush with the sentients and now free from their shackles, he emerges, the Origin System's newest savior. Wield his explosive Grenier armaments as you race against time to rescue your brothers from Narmer's offensive clutches. Battle Archons alongside your squadmates, take on all new missions, and bend time with the Protea Calder's collection. Okay, so that last part was about Protea, but there's a whole new section of the game where you play as Call 175 and you fight using his Grenier armaments. So yeah, the community really liked Call. The community got a Call game mode. Kind of nice. Yeah. All right. So
I mean,
that's Veilbreak.
I definitely like that they are not just, okay, let's add another Warframe and that's it. We're not. uh, They're starting to shape things up.
They are. Well, okay, so now is an important time probably to go back and say that at every TennoCon, they usually announce a new frame, and they usually announce a new game mode. Or they announce new major changes to the game. For example, last TennoCon they announced I don't know which Warframe, and they announced cross-save, cross-platform. So cross-platform play, cross-save between platforms. And they have been hard at work on that. And now TennoCon 2022 rolls around and they're like, yeah, we're totally still working on the whole cross-save, cross-platform thing. So yeah, they announce, DE is notorious for announcing a lot of new content, and the only thing you can guarantee as being deliverable is a new Warframe or new weapons. So that's not to say that they're not going to do cross-save or cross-platform anymore. They did address that at TennoCon this year, and they said that there will actually be a stress test for crossplay taking very soon, quote unquote. Let's see, with synchronization of timers and cycles following shortly after on July 29th, 2022. So on July 29th, 2022, at least across all platforms, timers and cycles will be synchronized. So day on Earth, day on the planes will synchronize from PC to Xbox to PS4 to whatever that Switch, Nintendo Switch. So there is hope that they will actually get crossplay and cross-save going this year, sometime this year, but a year later. Anyway, yes, so they have announced Veilbreaker. There is no timetable set for when that content will be released, but eventually you will be able to play as Call 175, the Grinier that everybody loves.
That'll be fun.
It's nice. Everybody likes Call. He's so
Finally
selfless.
grenades.
Yeah, right. Call gets to throw grenades. What the why don't Warframes have grenades?
Well, one Warframe has grenades.
Yeah.
Which is one. Boobin.
Yep.
Everybody.
Boobin's grenades.
I just can't stop playing with Boobin's balls.
Yeah. Oh, God. Break the stream just that fast. Break that shit just that fast.
It's the squirt noises that did it.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry. Oh, God.
I apologize. Did they announce no, I really don't. Did they announce a new
open world?
No.
Well, too bad, because that's what we're talking about next. Straight from TennoCon 2021 or 2020, when they announced the Duvari paradox, and we're like, oh, we're going to do this new open world. Yeah, well, 2 years later, they have completely redone the whole thing, the new open world and all the rest of that, and they've announced the revised update of the Duvari paradox, which, again, does not have a date that is set to come out, so soon, TM. But now they have expounded, or they've expounded upon the Duvari paradox. They've let us know that we will be playing as the Drifter, now that the Drifter is a thing in the game since New War, and it will be, I guess, a Drifter exclusive open world based expansion that you are basically running around and fighting the tyrant Dominus Thrax. I don't know much about him. Apparently he's the big bad in the Duvari's open world. And the gimmick of the Duvari landscape will be that it changes color. It has, quote, mood-driven landscapes. And you'll actually have to fight Dax guards. There will be open world puzzles, a la Breath of the Wild. And you will be rewarded with decrees, which are kind of like relay boosts. They just upgrade your Drifter's capabilities for the duration of that day's cycle. So your Drifter and Teshin are going to be tied into the lore and the story of the Duvari open world. And that's, I guess that's how that's going to play out. And yeah, no date for when that update is coming. They just gave us more detail. And also Korra Prime is coming out soon.
That's what I was trying to say. Did they announce a new Prime frame?
Oh,
That
yes,
answers my
absolutely.
question.
Yep. So, yeah, you got the new Warframe, Steinx, or whatever the hell his name is, and Korra Prime Access will be coming out probably within the week. I thought I remembered on last week that they said that... Is it Garuda Prime Access that's up right now? That will be coming to an end. So that's actually kind of a little weird. They're doing 2 female frames in a row. Garuda and Korra. Usually they go boy, girl, boy, girl. But yeah, there you go.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Core Prime is actually already up.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I just went to the website.
All right, well, Korra Prime Access is out. So that is all the content that was announced, which is meant to bring people back to the game after having been away for so long. So maybe Omega and I will recycle the cycle.
I still haven't even tried any of the new changes to like the operator and shit like that.
Yeah, I haven't done any of the new mission types on the Zarman node, so if ever you hop back in game, we'll be doing those. If nothing else, so that we can start playing arbitrations again, or have the option to play arbitrations at least. But yeah, that's there's quite a bit. Core Prime is obviously out, so they announced that that's happening. The new Warframe is coming out. You can bet your bippy that that's definitely gonna be coming out fairly soon. The only 2 things they've announced, and there are no dates for, as far as I know, no solid dates anyway, are Veilbreaker and the Duvari Paradox. So those are the 2 new game modes, new open world, or new game mode and new open world that will be available. Yeah, and that's it. And then on the tail end of that, they also announced there's going to be an animated teaser. Oh, there was an animated teaser shown of the new Steinx Warframe. I thought they were actually going to release a cartoon of him, but I may have read that somewhere else, or I may have misread it here. Anyway, there you go. That's TennoCon all wrapped up, all summed up. Warframe, everybody.
Did they change the... I'm thinking they changed the price point for Prime.
Is it $150 for the full package?
$139.99 for the full package now.
Yeah, no, that's on point.
Okay. I thought it was more expensive than that.
No, for the frame and the weapons, the frame and the weapons and the glyphs and the accessories, yeah, it should be $139. That's just so much fucking money. For what?
Pixels on a screen.
It's to support the game and the company that you love.
Yeah, it's a company of over 300 people that made over $120 million last year.
Yeah. By people who buy Prime Access. There you go.
Yeah, they can do without my support. It's a very anti-capitalist statement or stance for me to take.
Listen, I definitely agree, but hey, I think we both have said before that of all the companies out there, we certainly appreciate the model that Warframe takes to monetization. And
definitely
the fact that they are successful at it is not something I'm going to begrudge them, because their success in their monetization model has allowed me to play thousands of hours of Warframe for absolutely free. And
right.
yeah. I'm not gonna I'm not going to spend $100 or more, $200 for whatever the Prime Access prices are. That's definitely not something I'm going to do. But hey, people out there with that kind of disposable income want to do it. Good for DE. At least they're not buying into a toxic monetization scheme like Diablo Immortal, or what I can only imagine the Division Immortal is going to turn into. I know that game has an actual title, but it doesn't deserve one, so I'm just going to call it Division Immortal or Diablo Immortal the Shooter.
I've been calling it that all week, yeah. And also, I'm not going to get on my high horse here and be like, no, I'm not throwing money at DE, blah, 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 principles. No, that's bullshit. I've bought Platinum before. And I have bought Prime accessories before, and I have supported that. When I was playing that, when Omega and I were playing that, like, full on, how many hours do we have into Warframe, anyway? I'll open up Steam real quick.
Somewhere north of 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that for the fact that it's a free game and I'm just gonna guess over 3,000 hours. I don't have a problem pumping a couple $100 into that game over the course of 7 years.
Nope.
I have 3,224.9 hours in Warframe.
Good lord.
Yeah, I don't see that as a problem of if I've spent $300 on this game, that's still fucking a penny an hour.
Since we're pulling penises out, 348 hours. Oh yeah.
Damn.
Oh god, I'm pitiful.
We weren't going to say it, but you saved us the effort.
Yeah, well, I know I'm pitiful.
I'm at 3669.7.
69.
All right.
Nice. Well, so yeah, that is the all the news from Warframe that came out this week. It's pretty good actually. It's nice to talk about Warframe. It's nice to recap, see that DE is still doing pretty okay. Yeah.
Good for them.
So there we go. And Fluffy posted that website for the James Webb Telescope Web Discover. What was it?
Web Compare.
Oh, Web Compare.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is an excellent site where you can compare photos from the Hubble versus the Webb. And I spent probably half an hour on that, just going around just looking at real pretty stuff.
I got smacked.
Yeah,
but I think that's just because my niece and nephew were being smart asses. My little cousins, I call them my niece and nephew because it's just easier. But my little cousins were like, looked at my aunt and said, did you even have pictures of space when you were a kid? Huh? I spit my drink. I was holding the laugh in. According to her, yes, they did.
I mean, I imagine so. We've had telescopes for quite a long time.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But this is coming from a pre-kindergarten age child and a first grade child. So
haven't learned about Galileo yet. Got it.
Yeah, hadn't made it that far into the history books.
That's fine. Yeah, everything's fine. Anyway, I will bring up briefly that Omega and I have been playing Overcooked 2. We're way behind the curve. We just started playing that game on Epic. It's pretty fun. So it is actually a pretty fun game. Zero hopped in last night.
We may have hit a wall on 2-player. I don't know if we can... That spot that we were at right now is pretty ridiculous. So...
Oh, you guys got Overcooked too?
Awesome. We've had it for a while.
Yeah. On Epic. Do you have it too?
We got it for free on Epic whenever they released it for free, long time ago.
Cousin and I both have it on Steam, though. I don't know if it crosses.
I do not believe it does.
Because we hit a wall too. we went at it for a good long moment, and then
we got World 5 or 6 or something like that.
6. Yeah, we're in World 6. It's like 6. Oh no, sorry, we're in 5-6. We're at the very last level. 5? Yeah, we're at the very last level, and we've got this kitchen that's divided by 2, and the only bridges are conveyor belts traveling very fast, and the dirty dishes. The dirty dishes are the biggest problem by far. Omega and I can toss ingredients to each other and we can make shit, no problem. But when it comes to washing dishes, we either need we need the dirty dish placement to be right next to the sink or close to the sink or within a reasonable distance of the sink, or we need a dedicated person to dishwash.
I was good at washing dishes.
You were good at washing dishes, and I tried to be good at washing dishes on a couple levels too.
So, okay, I have news. The base game of Overcooked 2 still only has very limited crossplay. Those playing on Steam and the Epic Game Store can play together on PC with up to 4 players. However, console users on PS4, 5, Xbox, Xbone, and then the Xbox Series X and Switch are not able to play Overcooked 2 cross-platform with this.
Fuck the peasants. Fuck the peasants. They can go and toil away, playing with each other and slaving their kitchens. Yeah, so Masami, you can totally play with us. Oh, there we got like 4 people. We can dominate kitchens now. Really, it's just going to be one of us competing for spot as dishwasher. I want to be the dishwasher because it's the simplest thing to do, and I wash dishes every night. It's just like, I'm good at this. I know this world.
Yes, you're good with your hands. I'm sure you're very good at washing dishes.
Thank you. Yes, I am.
See, now part of me wants to know how she knows this.
I'm also good. She's known me long enough. She's done my voice long enough. I'm a skillful individual, and if you give me a pot and a scrubbing, I'm trying to work this into some form of an enema, and it's not happening.
Oh, no. It's simpler than that. You've boasted about the size of your arms before and your copious amounts of masturbation. It cross applies.
You're totally fucking right. Okay, yeah.
It does. Of course I'm right.
Okay, yeah, so I jacket like basically all day. So I got one arm that looks like Popeye, and that thing can like scrub dishes all day long.
It's like Quagmire in that episode of Family Guy.
Oh fuck! When he discovered internet pornography.
I'm just going to check the mail. I
gotta get back inside
now. Oh god.
Can only imagine what that looks like.
I made the best batch of biscuits and gravy this morning. The wife did not have a good night. She did not sleep well at all. And I said, okay, that's cool. What do you want for breakfast? And she said, I don't know. So I made biscuits and gravy.
You prepared for her the famous biscuits and gravy? That's nice of you.
I love biscuits and gravy. I would ship it to you all, but I don't think it would keep.
I had ravioli and chicken sausage for dinner, and I am burping up a storm.
I'm so jelly.
It was really good. I did not have any Italian beer to go with it, so I drank Mexican beer instead. It's good, close enough. Sorry, that's funny to exactly nobody but me.
It's funny. Just wasn't ha funny.
It was funny, not ha funny.
Funny, weird, not funny, ha.
Jesus Christ! Did everybody? Oh, I guess everybody's leaving, huh? I'm watching your game, Omega. Omega is now playing Dungeoneer, Dungeon 3.
Yep, Dungeons 3.
And it's been fun. I like the base building aspect of it. And I also like that you're killing good guys. That's a nice little twist.
Yeah, and the game is also very silly and self-awaredly so, and it's a lot of silly jokes.
Zerg Rush, Kiki. What was the first attack that you did that fucking nailed 4 guys at once? 3 guys at once.
It's part of the special thing of this level is the destructive magic of the Gena stones, which are these things that I'm turning evil. They start off like good, and I have to go capture them. So that's more or less what I'm out here doing.
Fun.
Capture.
So, in this, do the good guys ever try to raid your base?
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Yes, they do. Speaking of, there are enemies in my dungeon.
Those fuckers. Did your hand just do a full-on fly swatter thing?
I hit the thrasher here. I also got arrow traps. I can just give that a slap. Then got him. He's dead. Oh man, one guy.
One guy barely alive made it inside.
Yep. Well, my entire army is out here.
Standing around. Alright, well, what harm could that one guy possibly do, really, right?
Alright. So, what I'm gonna do is just take... No, I don't want that.
Corrupt the crystal.
Fuck it.
Mother of God, Ron Perlman is voicing Optimus Primal in the Transformers Rise of the Beasts movie.
Is that a live action or an animated movie?
A live action.
Is it a Michael Bay Transformers movie?
No, it is a Stephen Caple Jr. It does not look like Michael Bay is at all attached to this movie. We may not... Oh, no, he is. Crap, he's a producer. Never mind, we're going to have a lot of explosions. Settle in, boys.
The only thing I admire about Michael Bay is his unapologetic method of movie making, where he just laughs his ass off at stupid people. Laughs his way to the bank because of stupid people. So Stephen Caple Jr., I have not seen a lot of his movies. I definitely saw Creed 2. He directed Creed 2. And he is Untitled Transformers animated series project that's been announced, and Transformers Rise of the Beasts, which is currently in post-production, due to be released 2023. So yeah, he's got 2 Transformers things upcoming and under the belt. But that's about... Creed 2 is the only thing he's directed that I've seen. I haven't seen... I guess Class is a TV series. I haven't watched that. The Land, haven't seen that. And he's got a lot of TV under his belt, actually. And a couple shorts. So yeah, I don't know terribly much about him. I know that Creed 2 is pretty good.
I will say this. I actually just heard this today, and it was actually announced back on June 8th by Jason Reitman. But apparently, Ghost Corps is in talks with Netflix to produce a Ghostbusters animated series that is set in an alternate universe of Ghostbusters.
An alternate universe where Ghostbusters 2016 never happened.
Thank God.
No, I'm messing, but that would be great.
I have tried so many times to beat that movie out of my head, and every time I think it's just about gone, you bring it back up.
I will never let you or Paul Feig forget that movie exists.
Yeah. I don't think Paul Feig wants to forget that movie exists, if we're being 100% honest, because he was solely on that train.
Yeah, he definitely was. And then when it came out, it was Dan Aykroyd on some morning show basically talking about what a shit job Paul Feig did, and he stopped it by saying, he rounded it all off by saying, so this director will not be working in the Sony line anytime soon. And he looked straight into the camera and he smiled. And I was just like, God damn, Dan Aykroyd, you are a son of a bitch. A
Dan
crazy
Aykroyd with that fucking pull.
crazy vodka making alien conspiracy theory embracing son of a bitch. This is my other favorite thing when Dan Aykroyd, he went on Larry King Live, actually, and he brought his, I think it's Crystal Skull vodka. Is that the one that he does?
I think it's called Crystal Skull.
Yep, that's his.
He brought it on and he did a taste testing with Larry King, and I'll say, having had Crystal Skull vodka, it's good. Like it's real good vodka, and I don't like Dan Aykroyd or anything that he does, but his vodka is pretty fucking good. The funny thing about the Larry King interview is that he opened it up by saying, this has absolutely no glycol in it. A lot of vodkas have glycol in them, antifreeze, and every time I hear that, I'm just like, no. Glycol is not antifreeze. Antifreeze contains glycol, but glycol in and of itself is not antifreeze. Glycol is an FDA-approved food additive, which is an organic oil. That's all it is.
I think my favorite
fat.
My favorite person that did anything with propylene glycol was the Food Babe, when she, in one of her videos, started chewing on a fucking yoga mat, and I was like, yes, this species has peaked.
Yeah, I think the human race is in a good position right now. Glycol, glycerin, and propylene glycol are all different things, by the way. Propylene glycol is probably not something that you should eat in large quantities, but again, basically all it's going to do is clean out your gut.
Yeah, but that's what she was saying. She was like, yeah, propylene glycol is in everything that has preserved has propylene glycol in it. And then she picks up a yoga mat and she says, this yoga mat has propylene glycol, and then takes a huge bite into it. I was like, oh my God, really? Is that where we're at now? Okay.
The only thing better is the South Park episode where Martha Stewart puts a turkey up her ass. that's reverse digestion is actually a thing. It is a medical condition, and it is very dangerous. You do not
What
want
did they call
to be
the
pooping.
episode? Like enterorecto digestion or something?
Yeah, it is something ridiculous like that. But that is not, if you're in real life, if you're throwing up feces, there's a serious fucking problem with your GI tract. You need to go to hospital immediately.
Enterorectogestion.
Enterorectogestion?
That's it.
That's it. Jesus Christ.
That's it. Enterorectogestion.
Yeah, that's it. That is a good
That
one.
sounds fucking horrible.
Oh God. What was that that one that I came across the other day? Meat bunkering.
Meat bunkering. Yeah, that's where you preserve meats in your rectum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that.
It's when you waste ground hamburger, by stuffing it into your ass. Or you just stuff raw ground hamburger into your ass and you get an E. coli infection. Whatever, it's all fine.
Everything's fine. You'll be okay. You don't need to go to the hospital for that.
Most of the time you don't. Your body will just shit all the E. coli out and it'll contain it within the bowel. But it's still not a good thing. You don't want to. Don't, folks at home, don't stuff raw hamburger up your ass.
If this has to be said, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe if it has to be said, well, no, okay. So Billingvoss, of course, did the "here's your sign" shit a long time ago, but the fact that we have to have on shaving cream a warning label that says "do not use next to an open flame" tells you all you need to know.
I thought you were going to say there's a warning label on shaving cream that says "do not eat."
That too. Though, fun story, was watching Critical Role the other night, and they got Sam Riegel with a with 2 pies to the face. The first one was whipped cream. The second one was not whipped cream. It was shaving cream. And one of the other cast members, I forget her name, reached across the table, thought it was whipped cream, took a huge dollop, and went right into her mouth with it. And the look on her face was priceless because she put the or the shaving cream into her mouth and then immediately regretted her entire life choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay, yeah. To close it off, Masami, anything exciting coming up in our D&D adventure, which I'm looking forward to this coming Sunday?
Yes.
Sunday? Anything, Masami? Remember push to talk.
I do remember. I love your fishing attempts. They're very nice. We're gonna have a nice journey to a fortune teller who you visited before. You may or may not have terrible visions. We'll find out.
So what I'm really excited about is that you said this was our role-playing session coming up, and I excel at the role-playing sessions. I suck at everything else. I love those role-playing sessions.
Just wanted to give everyone fair warning that there was probably not going to be a lot of combat, at least until after you guys get back to Vallaki and then head out again. It's kind of the way I was going, and I just wanted to give a little heads up so that if your hammer fist was itchy or your crossbow finger was triggery, then you could take care of that.
What I should have done is when I created my character, I should have had a spellcasting focus, and it should have been a cock ring, so that whenever I'm in battle, you just whip out the old cock ring and I just thrust in the direction of a spell.
I mean, you can arrange it.
No, I feel like
God.
I've tortured you enough.
Everything has a price. Just depends on what you're willing to pay, right, Zero?
Oh God, I'm so glad that is over with now.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a very good question. The fact that she's laughing evilly means that it's not over yet.
I'm still not entirely certain what happened to the last witch that was supposed to be at the windmill. I'm not sure if we just killed her or if that was a different witch. It seems like there are a lot more witches in Barovia than I initially calculated.
Well, let's see here. We killed the 2 at the windmill. I'm gonna clue this up for a second. So 2 plus 1 plus 2. We killed 2 witches initially at Old Bone Grinder.
Yeah, and we
One
killed
was
2
walking
more.
away.
We killed
we
2
killed-
more at this most recent place.
Yeah, we
So
threw
that's
we threw the orb. We gave the orb to the one that I was supposed to deliver it to, and then
yeah,
she got dusted.
She got torn in half, and not in a giggity way.
She got dusted, and then Kadra decided to go all ham,
pick a fight,
and almost got 3 of us killed instantly. And then we killed the 2 that were in the house, so that's 5 total. Plus there's the one that's up on the mountain that gave me the tattoo. So that's 6.
Oh, motherfucker, there is one left in there. Great. So
yeah, but she did me a service. I'm not 100% sold that she's bad.
But she traded you. Didn't she give Vodak a magic tattoo so that you would deliver that orb?
Yeah, and that's
well, okay, here's how I view that. That's just tit for tat. She gave you a tattoo, and in exchange you made her like the prime witch of the land or whatever it is, the witch master general.
That's awesome. I love that. Masami, write that down. The witch master general.
That's assuming that she's the last witch, and they just keep on coming out of the woodwork. So I don't even know anymore. We've killed 5 out of 3 witches so far, and there's a 6th.
5 out of 3. I love it.
Needs to update my denominators.
Again, that's Tim Curry clue math right there.
Oh, yeah. Good movie. Haven't talked about Clue in a long time. We should all watch Clue again.
I mean, I have it downloaded on my computer right now. We
I
can
have the
watch that
VHS.
shit.
Yeah, I have the
do as
VHS,
well.
I have the DVD. I have a digital backup of the DVD.
I have the Blu-ray.
I probably even have that on an Ultraviolet account somewhere. Remember Ultraviolet?
Nice. Oh my god, yes. That their first movie, I think the first movie on Ultraviolet was Ultraviolet.
Oh, poor Mila Jovovich. I can't decide whether or not that was an interesting, innovative movie or it was just a really lazy cash grab. I'm leaning towards the latter, though.
I was gonna say, why not both?
Yeah. Ultraviolet. If nobody saw Ultraviolet, I'm just going to assume nobody else here saw Ultraviolet. It was Mila Jovovich as a badass, as she usually is. But the gimmick of the entire movie was that it was basically shot entirely on a green screen, and the whole environment was computer generated, and it didn't look great. It was very conducive to some wacky stunts, but the visuals they didn't have a budget big enough to do an all CGI movie. God, the first episode of Star Wars looked better than that. The Phantom Menace looked better, and that was 2001. Ultraviolet was like 05, 06. Yeah, all right. Anyway.
So, interesting WWE news, actually, and I wanted to bring this up because
Oh.
Omega and I shot back and forth about the Vince McMahon situation. Apparently Shane McMahon was scheduled for a comeback, and then all of this bullshit happened with his father. So he has had to take a step back from his plans to come back to in-ring action. And guess who they replaced him with? Pat McAfee. Every storyline that Shane McMahon was going to do, Pat is now going to do.
That's pretty nuts.
I love it. Dude,
Pat, that's pretty incredible. Good for him.
Pat is the fucking man. I have been converted. I am a Pat McAfee fan for life now. He is fucking amazing.
Oh, because he's a West Virginia boy.
I am not from West Virginia, Doc. God damn it.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm from East Virginia. East Virginia. I am not in the holler, out in the sticks, kissing my cousin. It ain't happening.
Hey, I didn't say you're from Alabama.
No, that's kissing your sister.
I'm sorry. You said kissing your cousin. Alabama. Alabama is fucking your sister. Goodbye, everyone listening in Alabama. Also, I shouldn't call Pat McAfee a West Virginia boy. He attended college in West Virginia.
One hell of a dude. One hell of a dude. Has a great podcast. Is an amazing announcer. And apparently, after watching his performance at WrestleMania this past year, I'm sold. He can take over for Shane McMahon all he wants. He is an in-ring general.
Nice. All right. I'm going to wrap up the podcast there. Thank you everybody for coming along. It's been fun. Nice to talk about Warframe for a little while. We'll see y'all same time, same space next week. Penis, fuck Putin.
Fuck Putin.
Puck Putin.
Puck Putin.
Fuck Putin.